the morning after the election, I was out supervising the buses and I saw a group of kids marching down the sidewalk yelling, "Donald Trump, Donald Trump." I don't want this to be about politics, mind you, okay? But they were bursting through other groups of kids and pushing other kids aside. And I just, like any other thing, hey, you guys, come on, pull it together, okay? You know, we need to be polite with each other. But I'd never seen that kind of stuff before. And I've been in this game 30 years now, and so it just caused me a little bit of concern. It was something different. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a middle school, so I'm used to kids doing dumb things to each other. But, you know, having it connected to the election like that, there was a certain segment of the population that, justified or not, felt that the results of this election gave them license to say things that had not been acceptable for a long, long time. Kiani came to me and she said, "Hey Tom, I need to make you aware of something a young lady just shared with me." And there was a comment that she had heard in the hallway. She wasn't sure who did it. It was a racial comment. Something referencing you're going to have to go back to where you came from. We were able to figure out who did it, and round up people around the kid, and had total parent support. The parents did not condone this at all. But the thing that caused Kiani and I a little bit of concern is this young woman in this changed climate felt like she wasn't sure if she should speak up about it or not. She wasn't sure, being non-white, if she would be viewed as being too sensitive or playing the race card or something like that.
And people have been a little bit on edge, I guess, and ideals have been clashing and people have been upset. There's been people who have straight up said, "I support Hillary" or "I support Trump," and there's been issues with that where people have gone a little bit too far and started arguing about, no, this person's better, no, this person's better, this person should not even be allowed to run, and stuff like that.
Any particular ideas that you guys have come up with?
We want to remind people that we're all human and it shouldn't matter what race you are, gender, sexuality. It should matter what type of person you are. And so everyone should just be positive with each other and shouldn't be negative towards anybody and just try and be as friendly as possible.
Like, how can we address this and get a message to students? We're looking at right now using our advisory class at least one day a week, lessons around equity, cultural competency. I would even like for the students to have some of that historical context so that they understand this is who our country is made of and this is how our country was built, and then addressing those issues of oppression and things of such so that the students have an understanding of what those terms mean, of what they look like, and then how do we come away from that as a country? How do we address these issues, because it's definitely there, and I feel like we can't just sweep it under the rug and say, oh no, everything's going to be okay.
As Abraham Lincoln actually said once, "A house divided upon itself will not stand." You need everybody to come together, and you can't have them facing apart. Like, you can't have just the left side of it's going to fall. You can't have just the right side, it's going to fall.
If we could get the type of curriculum inside schools around social justice and social justice issues, as these kids start to grow up, we will start to see a change in America for the better.